We all know exercise makes us feel better, but we have no idea why. We assume it's because we're burning off stress, or reducing muscle tension, or boosting endorphins. But the real reason we feel so good when we get our blood pumping is that it makes the brain function at its best. And in my view, this benefit to our mind is far more important and fascinating than what it does for our body. Building muscle and conditioning the heart and the lungs are essentially just side effects, and their benefits go far deeper. During my time at uni, let's just say I came into myself more. I found the gym, and ever since then, I've maintained a certain level of fitness, which I think has played out to my favour in more ways than one. And generally, my fitness routine has had a positive knock-on effect with my day-to-day life. I take huge pride in my workouts, and I've always referred to exercising as training. And yes, it may sound extreme and over the top to some, but when I see myself this way, it's like I'm subconsciously telling myself I'm an athlete of some sort. I'm competing against the past version of myself, always wanting to better the last workout. Whether it's an extra rep, increasing the weight, or improving on a personal best time on the treadmill. Now being fit and the whole idea of living a healthy lifestyle is embedded within my identity. From the moment I wake up knowing that I'm going to work out until the moment I'm in the shower, I am laser focused on the task at hand. For that 1 hour in the gym, it's my stress relief, my therapy, a way of processing my thoughts. It resets my mood and I'm one breath away from a clearer mind. And as my workout continues, my troubles dissipate and I feel strong enough for the day ahead. I figured out that there's a huge correlation with my mental well-being and working out. There have been times where I don't go gym for a week or two and then I start to feel sluggish and my general productivity actually just decreases. I remember the first time stepping into the gym, the sound of the weights clanking together, the loud music. I was like a fish out of water, intimidated by all the machines. And all the people that were in there who seemingly looked like they were perfectly sculpted human beings, who were all there challenging themselves to become better physically. I wanted a challenge, so I got to work and I started learning. It became my world. I was all in. Nowadays, I'm more relaxed with my workouts and I'm all about longevity, cultivating a healthy mind and body. The evidence is clear. We are moving less as a society. There is a fundamental mismatch between the conditions that have molded our body and the ones that we experience today. Our bodies have evolved to move, walk, run, skip, dance, push and pull. Until not too long ago, people had to engage in moderate to vigorous physical activity simply just to go about their day. But technology has increased and we have created a world that shields us from the need for everyday movements. People now drive cars, work while sitting on the desk, order food from the comfort of their sofas. And if we really wanted to, we could live a sedentary lifestyle, which goes against nature. Convenience is a commodity that we are willing to pay a premium for. The other day I received a flyer for a service that delivers groceries in under 10 minutes. That's crazy. I remember as a kid, if my mum wanted something from the shop, we would both walk together. And that was at least 15 minutes just to get there. We are now being sold convenience as well as speed. Many people fail to realize just how strongly the mind and the body are connected. I'm mesmerized by how I can transform my body simply by thinking about working out and then following through with that action. Neuroscientists have just begun studying the effects of exercise within the brain cells. Even there, in the roots of our biology, they have found signs of the body's influence on the mind. It turns out that moving our muscles produces proteins that travel through the bloodstream into the brain, where they play a pivotal role in the mechanisms of the highest thought processes. Our bodies sense and respond to movements, promoting this perpetual kinetic-like energy. The more you work out, the more endurance strength you gain in the next workout. If you start exercising, your body recognizes this as a moment of stress. As your heart pressure increases, taking it back to our hunter-gatherer days, the brain thinks you're either fighting the enemy or fleeing from it. To protect yourself and your brain from stress, you release a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This BDNF has a protective and also a restorative element to your memory and neurons, and also acts as a reset switch, strengthening your neurons and their connections, optimizing the brain's capacity, such as memory and attention spans. This is why we feel so good, or we can have intense focus or energy when you're done with a workout. But what about the body? When you're doing resistance training, you're actually putting your muscles under stress, and on a microscopic level, your muscle fibers are tearing, and you're more than likely to be sore later. But after a few days, your muscles will recuperate, growing back stronger. So the more you work out, the less sore you will feel over time. I know the feeling when you haven't done a workout in ages, after you feel like you can't move. But the great thing about the body is that it adapts. If I do 30 push-ups today, the next day I feel sore. After a week of doing 30 push-ups every day, it will start to feel like a breeze. This is what we call the repeated bout effect. Your body's response to the same stress decreases with each workout. The more we do something, the less effect it has. When you take a pre-workout, you notice your energy is super high and you really feel like you can do anything. After a few months of taking the same pre-workout, you don't really feel the effects as strong. Or when you lose weight, initially, you may start to lose a lot, but then after, you start to plateau. It can be very easy to interpret these as diminishing results and as some kind of failure. You might think you're working out and you're not seeing any changes. I was watching a video the other day of a personal trainer called Duffy Gaver, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, and he trains Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson, who you may recognise as Thor and Black Widow. And he says when he starts out with a new client, he doesn't even take any measurements or weigh them. He just wants them to do one thing, and that is always to do more and better in the next workout. And that's because we can't do the same thing day in, day out. It's just not going to have the same effect. Even if you're performing at 100%, there is still some potential to be tapped into. This can also mirror stuff in life also. If you want to achieve something different, your level of work needs to increase. And doing the same thing is a weird kind of laziness, because deep down inside, if we want different results, we know we should be doing something different in order to change. Things will work out for a little while and we'll get used to them. So avoid carelessly practicing what no longer delivers you benefits. My training is constantly evolving, showing me that I can truly use my mental to push past any barriers, clarifying who I am. When I train, there's no sugarcoating things. I can lift X pounds, I can do X reps. There's no lying to yourself or others. It's as if there's a realization that you might not be able to do it, and you train until you fail. You could say there's a weird irony that every workout is a failure when you push yourself to the limits. And working out has taught me to be okay with that. And most importantly, to move on. When you fail, you are forced to be honest with yourself, because you know whether you've put the effort in or not. And it's this mindset of pushing myself physically that I like to mirror and manifest in other areas of my life. And my mental strength has been fully tested these last 2 years, my ability to jump back from complete failure. There will be days where you don't feel like you can muster up the motivation to get out of bed, or you can't be bothered to do the last rep, or when you're in the gym and you've got that voice telling you to go home. And for those people, I'm telling you, consistency is key. And here are 3 simple ways to make exercise a habit. Remove the barriers. Just showing up is more than half the battle. Find a way of getting started more easily, and it can be done through routines. I pack my gym gear the night before. I go to bed earlier, and in the morning when I wake up before workout, I drink a glass of water, because I know within an hour or so I'm gonna be sweating. I even plan my workouts and add it into a calendar, telling myself what am I gonna be doing for a particular day. And if you can, try and do your workout in the morning, just to get it out the way and done. Start with something easy. Reducing the intimidation factor when starting out may be helpful. For some reason, society has convinced us that we can achieve our physical goals in a sexy sounding soundbite. How to get 6 packs in 6 weeks, or how to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Things just don't work out that way. Like when building a house, start by building a good foundation. It's better to focus on the steps going to take you there, and what actions and changes you will do. Focus on these first. And once you've transformed yourself into a fitness guru, you can then think about on what type of things I can do to start progressing in terms of your fitness goals. One thing I do is focus on healthy eating, because I know this one action alone will help me have energy and it will give me the nutrition my body needs. Anyways guys, that's the end of the video. I've been wanting to make a video like this for ages, and I really hope that you saw some value in this, and if you did, just comment below and let me know, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye bye.